guys, welcome to our channel again. This is Liasuclan podcast here, where we break down the realities in growing in tech or in business. And today's topic is one that will really change your life or your career path as a whole: mentorship. We will be talking about how to find a mentor, what good mentorship looks like, for you to avoid as a mentee, and finally, how to pay it forward and becoming a mentor yourself. Like the way you say, once it get easy for you, make it easier for others. So let's dive into it. Let's start with the big question. So, before we go ahead, this is Mr. Michael Yusuf, a very well-renowned person in the area of Alimosho, very well equipped, well networked, and he has raised a lot of strong people in his time. So, Mr. Michael, how are you doing today?
Fine.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's dive right into it. So let's start with one big question. I think it's a big question to me. Yeah. How does one find a mentor in tech or in life? Does it have to be formal or can it be simple as following someone online? What do you think?
So I think that it can be same. It depends on the context or the, how do I say it, the environment. Okay. So whichever one works, it can be formal, it can be on the street, it can be the core thing is that person must, offer a particular trait that you feel like you can learn a thing or two from. But see, it doesn't have to only be in like informal settings for you to get a mentor. Okay. You can get a mentor in tech, you can get a mentor in skilled labor, more like carpentry, whatever, everywhere, even on the street, as small as, somebody that is very vast in how to operate, like as street OT.
Yes.
That alone too, you can have a mentor as such.
Yeah, true.
So it varies.
Okay, so what are some practical ways to approach or identify a mentor? Practical.
To identify.
Yes. Approach or identify a mentor.
Okay, so there's approach, there's identification.
Yes.
So when it comes to approach, a lot of people go about it wrongly, and which is where a lot of people will see someone that they like and they want to learn from, and they just go all out and say, "Can you be my mentor?"
Okay.
It really doesn't work that way. That is not like the best approach.
Sounds creepy.
Yeah. So a lot of very creepy. Like, I don't know you from anywhere. I don't have any record of you. And you just say, I see your work. You inspire me a lot. Can you be my mentor? Like, from where?
Run for your life.
It's a mutual relationship. You understand? It's from the mentee and the mentor that has to work together for them to have like a good relationship. So one of the approach that I feel like that works for me is to find a way to serve for the person.
Okay.
So if you find a way that you can be of service or value to the person, it will be very easy for the person to now start serving you back.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's always like 50-50. You get, you serve and they serve you.
Okay.
So I feel like that is one of the best way to approach, mentorship.
Okay, so say it's a tricky question. Another tricky question. Do mentors always have to be older or more experienced?
No. It doesn't have to be. Especially age is just a number.
Yeah, I feel like my generation misses it a lot.
Okay.
You feel like the older the person is, the more enlightened. Let me use that word.
No, somebody can be old and still be a fool. One of the things that doesn't require any permission to grow in your life is your age. So age is just a number that constantly. So you can be growing in age and not grow in wisdom.
I like that. I like that one.
It's just very. So it doesn't matter whether the person is grown, that you choose. Somebody can be younger than you, and that person can be a mentor and pave you through life.
Okay. So how do online communities like our community, let's say our community, liasuclan, play into mentorship?
Yeah. So one of the things that we do very well in liasuclan is that we organize like quarterly programs. But one of the things that we now try to do is that whichever mentor that we are bringing to come and teach, we hand over some of those students to them.
Okay.
But a lot of people don't know how to take advantage of that. Now, somebody come, usually programs, we used to have like, UI, UX design, graphics, photography, whatever thing. if you now see that, okay, it's like I like this photography. If I were in that person's case, I will look for how can I serve this photography teacher. You understand? So that the person just incorporates me into their system, or I can be their mentee or apprentice or whatever. Do you get my point? So that is usually, so I feel like so that is a very good thing that Liasu Clan is doing by having different mentors. But that is not up to us as an organization. It's up to that person to now say, okay, what are the practical steps that I would use to woo this person so that the person can give me access into their circle, and from there I can get mentorship.
I think one of the things people miss is that they feel like whenever you approach certain people like that, they might tell you money.
Okay, money.
They might tell you money, but so
the reason why they always bring up money. So money is a form of value.
Okay.
So money is value. Your service also is value. So there will always be an exchange. That's what you have to understand.
Yeah.
In mentorship, there is always an exchange. So it can be value for value or value for money.
Okay.
So it's your choice.
Okay.
So if you know you don't have money, exchange value.
Okay. That works.
So let me give a practical example. One of the value that you can give is your time. So if somebody is a photographer and you offer that, sir, maybe I'll be carrying your tools to your site and everything. Let me just be helping you in some ways that, so that you don't have to stress on some of those things. Can I be your errand boy? Can I be you're already giving value.
Okay.
So that has compensated for the money that you're not able to pay.
Okay, all right. Okay, so see another thing that I feel like we need to talk about, because not every mentorship is the same. Some can be empowering, some can actually hold you back in life.
Very true.
Yes, and so let's talk about that. What makes a good mentorship relationship? Like, what makes a good mentorship relationship?
So the thing is that one of the things that I look out for is that I look for innovators. So in the sense that when I'm choosing a mentor, I want somebody that can stand the test of time.
Okay.
Not that you did one thing and everybody knows you for that thing, and because of that thing, I chose you as a mentor, and you remain like that.
Okay.
I need to constantly grow. So constantly grow. As times are changing, you are also changing. Those are the kind of people that I want as a mentor, right?
Yeah.
And it also goes both ways. For people that are my mentors today, I can boldly say on This Is Life that they find me very valuable.
Okay.
You understand? I know whereby they are even doing some things, they'll just reach out to me. Oh, hello, Michael. I'm so thing. What do you think? My voice even counts in some of the things that they do. That is the relationship that should be between mentees and mentors. You understand? Okay. Both of you, helping each other. So where do I go to them is where they have vast of experience, more exposure than me. Some of my mentors, they are working very, very big corporations, and I'm a business person. So I would need their advice to, navigate through life. So I tell them, oh, I want to buy particular shares. What do you think, sir? Oh, I want to go into this investment. They have done these things in their own time. So we're able to put me through.
So, okay. And I have another tricky question. I feel like people will miss it. What's the difference between apprenticeship and mentorship? What's the core difference?
So apprenticeship is a day-to-day, close relationship.
Okay.
You understand? So is somebody, holding your hand and showing you the way together.
Okay.
But mentorship is different. Mentorship can be far, it can be close. Do you get? But it's not like a day-to-day. You understand? It's more like, when you need clarity, you want to make certain important decisions.
Like guidance.
And guidance. You need your guidance. Then you now put them through. Okay, so what do you think about this? What do you think about that? You get my point?
Yeah.
So that is pretty much how mentorship, is, so you put a call through when you are stuck, that kind of thing.
Okay, so now the question is what qualifies or what qualities can I say defines a good mentor?
And so first thing I said was innovation. Number two, humility. These are just, for me, regardless of whatever position you are as a mentor, you should scopishly be learning from those people that you are even also.
Yeah.
It's both ways. It might not be very pronounced, but you should, bring yourself down and also, find one or two ways that you can. It just helps the relationship move, Some mentors don't always have to be on high horses, right? So you have to just find a balance, okay? You do this, then you switch.
You basically make them human. Instead of putting them a pedestal.
Yeah. So a lot of what we see, especially in the church system, those people that we hold as our spiritual mentors, we see them as people that can never make mistake.
Yeah, I swear, perfection bias.
Yeah, that perfection bias. They are like, they're like top. No, they're human beings.
Oh, okay.
So they can make mistakes also.
Yeah. Okay. So
I also like that plenty mentors admit when they make mistakes. This thing. So I feel like I did a mistake. That's even a better way to learn.
Yeah, I agree, but I feel like nowadays people don't want to own up their mistake because they feel like it will spoil their steez or to damage their reputation.
Anything. It makes you human. It makes you very relatable.
Yeah, true. That's what I feel like people miss that a lot. They miss it a lot. Okay, so how do you know if a mentorship is working for you?
The thing about mentorship is that, like for me, I always advise that people have a tribe of mentors.
Okay.
So what does this mean? It means that you have mentors for different purposes.
Okay.
So now somebody can be very, very vast, successful in business and not successful in marriage.
True.
Do you get it?
Yeah, it's a lot.
So if you now say this person is your mentor, and you should not be learning from all areas of life. No. So I prefer that you choose mentors for tribe of them from different areas. So you see somebody successful in marriage, choose that person for your marriage.
Yeah.
Mentorship or whatever thing. Have a business mentor. You understand? Have a financial or investment mentor.
Okay.
Have so when you have all of them, so there would never be a time that they would expire in those things that you have picked them for, because that's their core. You get.
Yeah.
But the problem that we have today is that you want a financial advice, you go and meet your pastor. You understand? And the role of meeting your pastor, unless that your pastor, I know of some pastors that they play in leadership, financial, and spiritual. You get. They can hold that 3/4 for you. But some of them, the only strength that they have, is spiritual. So that should be what you should go to them for.
Okay, so I think we need to have a clear distinction of the kind of mentor we pick. So when we have a collection, then we do not get stuck.
Have a tribe.
Yeah.
So that you know what you are picking them for.
Okay, so these are not tricky one. I feel like people miss it too because they construed apprenticeship and mentorship.
So now, that's like, sorry for cutting you there. You go and learn, you have a mentor for carpentry. That person is very good in carpentry. Doesn't mean that you understand the business of carpentry.
Yeah.
So you get my point.
Yeah,
so you need somebody else to now show you, okay, this is
how to monetize it.
How to monetize that your skill.
Yeah. Okay, so now, coming to that, what you said right now, like, should mentorship be more of a guidance or a strict direction?
No, understand that.
Like, should it be like the way you said it right now? Like, you just said, you don't need to meet a carpenter to actually monetize that skill. You need to be someone an expert in monetizing a skill, and then an expert in carpentry.
Yeah.
So now, when it comes to that mentorship on that level, should it be more of a care, like give you an advice and then leave you, or should it be like a strict direction, like this is how you do it and this is how you follow it?
So that is why, for me, I feel like there are 3 classes that I always say. Number 1 is apprenticeship. That's where the guidance comes.
Okay.
And he also now graduates into what we now call internship. That's where you now test whether you truly know the skill. So the final one is now what? Mentorship.
Okay.
You understand? So you just have to know which level are you right now.
Okay.
I think the first thing to do is first find a skill, find something, just like in Liasu clan, find somebody that you can be an apprentice under. You understand? When you're done with that, find a place that you can go to. I feel like you cannot remove it from life.
At all.
You need somebody to serve, monitor, see how they are doing things, take their positives. Honestly, everybody have negatives and positives. Well, just focus on their positives and double down on that positive and find out that can. I also feel like everybody, we have to have a system in this Nigeria that enforces that people to have like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year to go and serve under somebody.
Yeah, okay. Okay, why?
Yeah, because it just eliminates a lot of mistakes.
Okay.
You understand? Of you navigating through life. Somebody has to show you the way, that this is the way. the truth and even our Bible has to show. We have to have a Bible because somebody has to direct us. This is the right way to follow.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay, it reminds me of what Paul was telling people in Corinthians, that he's going to send somebody that he's like a son to him, so he can guide you. I remember that part. He was very well. I studied Timothy to guide you on how I'll do things. So I think guidance is more the right way. Very crucial. Okay, so this is another thing that I kind of like get it wrong. People always think it's the mentor that they don't have issues, or they're not the issue. It's the person they are meeting is the issue. The blame game or the victim mindset, it's not my fault, it's their fault. I feel like this is where people get it wrong, because sometimes the problem isn't the mentor, it could be the mentee that is the problem. You know, so what are some mistakes that people make when they get mentored? What are some mistakes?
So one, you have to understand that your mentor is a human being. Give them benefit of doubt. They will make mistakes. You understand? The same way like you too, as you make mistake, right? So find a balance. Then you also want to have to learn to service those relationships. Okay. You get one of the ways that you can service those relationships is that you don't go and visit them and not take anything along.
That I don't know whether it's a bad thing, but in my place, we did a lot.
So you just take, but the littlest thing is just intentionality. The littlest thing, and you just, I bought this for you. You can't continue to just be receiving all the time. It's not a balanced relationship
at all.
So that's where the blame game comes in, because you feel like, I'm giving so much to this person, I'm not receiving anything in return. So just find a way to service those relationships.
Okay.
I feel like they'll be balanced.
Okay, see another one. I feel like some people I used to fall into that. I used to fall into that category, because sometimes when you see people, to meet them, you get scared. So our question is why is it important for mentees to always take the initiative instead of waiting? Like, why is it important to like just go and meet the person? Because at some point I used to wait. Like, I'll be in the person's sphere, but I do not know how to just go and like jump in. So is it the waiting that is important? Like, how do we take the initiative instead of waiting?
Like, do you mean when you have like a relationship with a mentor?
Like, you want to meet this person. Let's say I want to meet you now. We already have like a form of connection. I won't call it a network, like a form of connection. So how do I approach and be like, okay, I want you to, like, how do I take you to come and meet and be like, sir, please have.
So what you can do, so that's where formal, informal, and those types comes in. So depending on the setting, you get, if somebody wants to come and meet me now, you can't just come and meet me out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You understand? You must find a way to enter me. One of the way you can enter me is you come for the Liasu clan program. That has given you already access to me.
Okay.
You understand? You can't meet me on the road and just come and meet me and say, I want to walk you after my life. So you have to find like what way, you understand? Just like you go and meet Lumelu, what can I do for you to help you? Lumelu is like up there. You can't even have access to them.
I feel like this will have like a barrage of.
So there's like structure. You can't just have access to them. Okay. So you have to find a way to penetrate before you don't have access.
Okay, so how can mentees avoid? I think this is an important one. How can mentees avoid being too dependent on their mentors?
That one is a very, very good question, because then there's always a situation whereby you have a very, very good mentor and he's always giving. Then now you can't even do anything without them.
Okay.
And it used to be a problem, especially when people now probably don't pray for that. You now lose that person and you now be like, you're useless. So you must just find balance.
Okay.
Anything that too much of anything is not good.
True.
As sweet or as good as reading your Bible is, if you read it every day, morning to night, too much, it becomes a negative thing. As much as good as it is, because now you are not even having a chance to practice what you have read.
Yeah.
You get so negative. So you must find balance. You must know how to, pick from them, and some of the lessons that they have teach you once, and maybe you got their guidance. Next time, you take risk. Do it based on some of general knowledge that you have gathered, and just do it and see. Okay, have I been learning? Have I been so? it allows you not to be too dependent on it.
So I have a question now, based on that, on the earlier question, right? Yeah. So, have you ever seen someone misuse mentorship?
A lot of
An
people misuse it.
Like, have you,
Oh God,
what happened?
that
I give you an
question is
example.
so, some people, what they are looking for is sponsorship, not mentorship.
Mm.
So what they usually used to do is go and be asking their mentors for money. They're looking for those other people who is going to, help them build capital for their business. Just go and tell the person that it's sponsorship you are looking for. Do not hide under because somebody is rich in church. You see them that they are very rich. Somebody, you're not going to hide that. You want to be their mentor. From there, you start bombarding them. So that's how a lot of people, some people misuse mentorship.
Okay.
That's just one of the ways. There are countless ways of it.
Yeah. So I think we strike a balance now that sometimes it's not the mentor, sometimes it's even the mentee, sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? So
it's always.
So now, what is some mistakes that people make when they are being mentored? Like what's some mistakes I would just say that people make? Like sometimes I feel like after a while, you've had the right mentor, there's the right relationship. Sometimes there's some little mistakes. We are human beings. We are humans. We miss, and then we forget that
that's where familiarity comes in. Those are part of the problems that exist between mentor-mentee relationship. There's too much familiarity between maybe your mentor is an humble person and gives you access, then you now begin to misuse those access. So we are human beings.
Yeah.
Find balance. You guys should, when there's something is wrong, for me as a mentor, I'll find way and I will call it out for you. Say, this thing, that's not the way they are doing. Don't do like this. And we move on. Not like that will now destroy the whole relationship. We all make mistakes. So let's just find the balance.
Okay. So finally, mentorship, so only let's bring it to a close because this is very interesting for me, honestly. I'm learning a lot. So finally, mentorship is not always it's not about receiving, it's about giving back. Right? I agree because I think we've established that point as about giving back to an extent. How do you know you're ready to mentor someone else?
Like you know the signs. So most of the time, this generation now we are too quick to want to fall into the position of mentorship.
Okay.
Yeah, but you also have to be kind of careful. I feel like you see the signs. Honestly, there's no one. I can't say there's an age. I can't say there's a time. Say that until you succeed before you start to mentor, because everybody cannot be successful. So one thing about mentorship sometimes is that you need people that fail also to be your mentor, so that they can teach you how not to fail.
Okay.
So
okay.
There's no. I feel like you see the signs. Experience counts for you to say that you want to mentor someone because it's based on those experiences that you'll be teaching them. So I feel like when you see that you have gathered a good amount of experience on a particular skill or a thing or area or knowledge, I think you can start sharing.
Okay, so so do you think so? I said something now that caught my eye, so that caught my attention. So, yeah, so you don't necessarily need to be an expert to be a mentor.
You don't need to be an expert.
Okay, so another one again, I think is I'm finding something is how what's the impact of peer-to-peer mentorship?
So the thing is that you need people that are below you, you need people that are same level with you, and you need people that are above you in life to be your mentor.
Okay.
So that is the standard way to growing or learning.
Okay.
Because those that are below you gives you an opportunity to reconfirm to yourself that you have really understand a thing or a skill.
Okay.
So it should at every time you should always be passing on to somebody below you. So it also helps you reaffirm that you really know what you are doing. So at the same peer, peer to peer, as you say, you need people that are at your level so that they can, you guys can rub shoulder, keep you on your pace so that you're not coming below the standard you get.
Okay.
And those guys that are above you can always, try to drag you up so that you don't stay in that level.
Okay.
So I think you need those three.
Okay, so now a question I want to ask is, I think everybody wants to know, how can communities like ours, Liasu clan as a whole, create a cycle of mentorship? Have you ever thought about it before?
I think we already have something like that going on.
Mm.
You understand? But the problem that we have been having, I think, is we need more people to come out of their shell. You
Okay.
understand? You have too many people in this area that just choose to be small. You
Okay.
know, so I feel like one of the first things that we need to do in the Liasu clan is to inform people so that they can have the right mindset. So I think if that is there, they will really know the power of mentorship.
Okay. Okay, so so as you said, that mentorship is not a straight line; it's a cycle. You know, you find mentors, you learn, you avoid pitfalls and failures. You know, and then you get to give back. I think that's like a full, I call it a full walk around on mentorship as a whole. It's a cycle that doesn't stop. You don't stop learning, you don't stop teaching, you don't stay receiving, you don't stop taking. Like it's a full circle, full round circle. So if you're really watching this and you ask yourself, like, who can I learn from? Who can I help? Who can I give to value? You know, that's how growth truly happens in life, in tech and in life. You need to give value to get value. You need to be of service to be served. I think for me, I think you need to be able to understand that or come to that place of before someone will give you a handout, you must have been of value to somebody to an extent, not all the time, but to an extent to start receiving some certain peculiarities that will make you stand out at the end of the day on your life. Right? I think that's like the whole thing.
So I would also want to add that a lot of people when they hear the word value, it used to be like an ambiguous word. They can't, pinpoint or say this is what value really means. I'm going to simplify that in my own word. I feel like value is majorly solving problem
Right?
or helping somebody out in one way or the other. Just ease somebody's problem. That's really what value is. So do you get if you have so it cannot be different. It can be time, it can be money, it can be just words, So that can also be valuable. So just need to put that out there.
Okay, so as everyone back and watching, so please we're giving more real life content. I call it real life experience content at this point. And it's practical. You get to hear from different people, different spheres, what works in life. So watch out for our next video. All right. So please comment, like, subscribe, share. If you feel like you have a question that wasn't tackled or wasn't answered, please leave it in the comment section and then we'll get back to you. Please do have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you.